Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead. God save the King.
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad mad wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. To my right is my spiritual advisor, Bradley Rule. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thanks so much. Good to be here.
Today is Wednesday, the 5th day of March in the year of our Lord, 2025. So I want to welcome you, and please spread the word that Freedom March is live. And I am moved by the Spirit this afternoon to speak to young people, young children. And this inspiration would have come to me after I lay in my sick bed last night listening to the leader of the free world. That is President Donald John Trump. So I thank God that the American people in their wisdom has elected such a wonderful man at this point in the history of the United States of America and in the history of the world. After all, notwithstanding what anyone tell you, he is the leader of the free world. But if we were to come to Nassau, there is a case taking place in our Supreme Court. It involved F&M Member of Parliament for Long Island, Adrian Gibson. And let me tell you, there is a wonderful lawyer that is appearing in that court. This lawyer literally will fight for you. I'll give you the story about Jeffrey Farquharson. I'll give you a historical piece of information on him, and I shall link him to the founding Prime Minister, and that would be Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinling. And so if you need a lawyer who would literally threaten to beat, or should I say slap, a witness, Jeffrey Farquharson is that lawyer. And what is good about it is he is an officer of the court. That's one. He's a member of the Bahamas Bar Association. And I'll have you to know, Jeff Farquharson don't mess around. This is Freedom March. God save an independent judiciary. God save the King. Jeffrey Farquharson is prepared to veil backside in the court.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and I shall go immediately to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll.
Thank you so much, Santa. Good to be here. In the book of Job, chapter 1, we're reading from verses 13 to 22. One day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, and the Sabians attacked and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you. And while he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, the fire of God fell from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you. And while he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, the Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you. And while he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, when suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they are dead. And I am the only one who has escaped to tell you. At this, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. And then he fell to the ground and in worship and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. Very powerful lesson indeed. Job chapter 1, verses 13 to 22 are read from the NIV. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Amen. Thank you, producer. And back to you, Senator.
Well, folks, in the Supreme Court, perhaps for the past 6, maybe 7, I don't know how long it's been, it's almost a year, there has been a corruption trial taking place involving the FNM Member of Parliament for Long Island, the Honorable Adrian Gibson. You would recall that Adrian Gibson, some of his family members and some of his supporters, a friend, and one of his girlfriend, they were charged with corruption at the Water and Sewerage Corporation. This corruption is alleged to have taken place while we, the Free National Movement, was in power. And Adrian is alleged to have done all kinds of things at the Water and Sewerage Corporation, culminating in him spending hundreds of thousands of dollars by purchasing some very expensive buildings and perhaps home. And among those charges are money laundering. Well, this case has been going on, and what I like about this case is so historic. It's a wonderful case. You can go to court, you can take breaks, it appears you can go on vacation and so forth. So the court is very, very independent, perhaps very liberal. So that's what's going on. So I've lost interest now in this case because it's difficult to keep track of the case. And at one point, it would appear that some of the Negro defendants was successful in getting the court to issue an order not to say publicly when the trials will be held. And that has greatly disturbed me because one of the leading attorneys in this matter is a former Progressive Liberal Party minister and the son of not only a bishop, an archbishop of the Anglican Church. That's Damien Gomez. And Damien is very good at ensuring that the media sometimes even don't cover the case. You will recall that there was a whole white woman living in the back of Old Fort Bay who was accused of killing her poor husband. It is so emotional when I think about the allegations that were levied against her and how Damien Gomez got the court to literally ban the free press from covering it. But when I saw that, I didn't tell anybody. But in my mind, I was rather disturbed over it. So we, members of the public, we never heard the evidence. And to date, we even don't know what the jury did. But it has been speculated that she win the case. You remember the little white woman? Sometimes when she's going to court, the female Negro police officers, if you saw the way they held her, you would got the impression that she was literally blood relative. And of course, this happens because in the society, there are a lot of people who are anti-man. They're man haters and man killers. And so she went to prison, and then we got reports that she was doing some wonderful social work at the prison. These are reports that we cannot confirm, but it has been alleged that she has done some wonderful things for the Negro female population of the prison. Well, I give you that background information so that you would understand the expertise of Damien Gomez. And so Damien is among the leading attorney, but they have brought in a political strategist to this case. His name is Jeffrey Farquharson. In his early days, when he set forth to study law, he was being privately tutored, lectured by Mrs. Jeannie I. Thompson. Most Negroes would not know that, but I'm one of those Negroes who would know it. But in the 80s, the former Prime Minister, Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinley, he identified that Jeffrey Farquharson is alleged to have been one of the top graduates at St. Augustine College. So he went to SAC. And Pinley utilized his political skill as a journalist. And Jeffrey Farquharson could write. And what I like about Jeffrey Farquharson, when he wrote a political article, he had the capacity, the gift, to split his personality almost in it's such a big word. I have to think about how he would split his personality, and it's such a big word, but he was able to split his personality. So when he wrote, he had one personality. When he defended, it was another personality. It was almost as if he was a schizophrenic writer. He's not schizophrenic though, but he had the gift of writing as if he had the gift of schizophrenia. Please forgive me if I do not pronounce those big words correctly, but I learned them many years ago when I was an employee at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. It's powerful. Well, it would appear that he was defending Adrian Gibson and the current general manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation. If I have it correctly, he would be like a light-skinned Negro man by the name of Robert Deal. And so he was cross-examining him, re-examining him, putting question to him. And Robert Deal, most people aren't aware, he can't take no man putting question to him. And these questions were legal, they were in accordance with the law, and as he snapped, Jeffrey Farquharson threatened to slap him as he stood in the witness box next to the judge. So that was exciting. And what I like about Jeff Parkinson, literally, if you hire him and you are suffering what he believes is an injustice, he's prepared to fight for you, literally. So I don't know if that's a good lawyer, but by grab, he's prepared. If he has to, he's prepared to curse. He's prepared to throw blows. He's prepared to insult. I don't want to go into some of the cases he's had. He's had a case with a Negro man who had committed murder of a Negro male child. And my brother, he went to court and he batted literally for that murderer. So it's a wonderful case that is taking place in the court. The case is not going to have any end yet. It is projected that this case should take us perhaps into the year 2027, because it's a big case. And what I like about this case is Adrian Gibson's girlfriend, not his baby mama, the other girl who he was supposed to marry and who had little shares in the company and who's turned her back on him. She ain't testified yet. The last reports coming from the court, she was hiding in the United States because she was afraid that Adrian may beat her. And as you know, in the Bahamas, there are many men who are being accused of beating unfaithful women. So this is what is going on, and I just want you to know that in the high courts, Jeff Parkinson, did you show Jeff Parkinson photograph? Because I don't know if anybody would like to hire him. This is Jeff Parkinson. You should hire him if you need a lawyer who would go to court and literally tell the judge and the jury that he's prepared to slap the soup out of the mouth of
Why are you making fun of this story?
witness.
This is very unprofessional, and it's unbecoming as far as the ethics concerned of a trained lawyer. You don't get frustrated to the point where you want to slap a witness. What is that? It's a violent man.
Well,
I mean,
I'll have you to know
if the witness is frustrating you,
that he is among the top students that came
well, yeah.
from St. Augustine
Okay,
College.
That's fine, yeah.
So he's well educated. I want you to know he's well groomed. I want you to know that when he
facetious too.
when he studied law, there was no one who could write a legal examination the way he wrote it. And he was well talented, well gifted,
Yeah.
to the extent that prior to him becoming an attorney, the late Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinling selected him. And when Pinling selected Jeff Parkinson, there were thousands of people who were jealous. They couldn't believe that Pinling chose the St. Augustine College graduate over them. But by damn, he did a wonderful job. I don't know if he's PLP still, but by grab, in the days of the PLP, when Pinling ruled the country, he was willing to slap through literature, fight through writing. He was damn good, okay? So that's what's going on in our courts, and it's great excitement. I mean, if you're going to fight, the best place to fight is before the judge and the jury, and of course, Her Ladyship, Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. She did whip him in line. She was very displeased with him. She thought it was unbecoming of an officer of the court. But he's an officer of the court, and sometimes officers of the court can become angry. So he did apologize. He told the court he was sorry.
Okay.
And even though
that's
he had
great.
threatened to slap Robert Deal, and I'll tell you, nobody is going to slap Robert Deal either in the court, outside the court, without him trying to block it. Okay? the only way you could slap him in the court and he don't block it, the judge would have to order him to keep his hands to his side. But if her ladyship doesn't order him, take it from me, Robert Deal will defend himself before the judge and the jury. But thank God it didn't come down to that. So it's exciting though, great drama coming out of the court, the potential for fighting, you know. Anyway, I would hope that her ladyship will have more police officers come to court, because if this continue, violence could break out in the court, because this case, you see, this case involving the FNM Member of Parliament, Adrian Gibson, this case is the mother of corruption charges. And so the law presumes that Adrian Gibson is innocent until such time as he either admits his guilt and or a jury convict him. So I can't wait to hear from his second girlfriend, to hear what she says. She's an attorney at law, and she's reported to be hiding somewhere in the United States because she's afraid of domestic violence. So that's what's going on. It's full of drama, it's full of excitement, okay? So I thought I'll tell it to you. My spiritual advisor, he went to St. Augustine College like you. And listen to me, he is one academician. He's one intellectual, he's skilled in the law, and he could also scrap, okay? He's right from down the road in Farrington Road near the boys, okay? So this is powerful. Anything you want to talk about? No?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, my spiritual advisor. Well, I will go to the United States of America because last night, as I lay in my sick bed, I happened to be on YouTube. I was from channel to channel. And every time I would get a call and they say, "You heard what Donald Trump say?" And I would say to them, "Listen, I can't find it." Well, I did find him around 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And Donald Trump. We'll talk about him when we come back, because Donald Trump has given a wonderful speech. The world is safer, the economy of America is stronger, and Donald has declared an economic war on Mexico, Canada, and China. It's powerful. God save Donald Trump. God save the USA.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
This segment of Freedom March is brought to you by Modernistic Garden and Pet Supply. For top quality dog food, shop online at modernisticgarden.com or visit our Palmdale, Carmichael, and Mullet Marathon locations today.
Welcome back to Freedom March. We're going to talk a little U.S. politics. We're going to talk about how it's International Woman something. And I'm going to show you how these women are compromised. I'm going to show you how there has been an announcement by the government of a Negro man who, by his criminal conviction, is anti-woman. But none of them said anything about it. And guess why they've not said anything? Because they play politics with their sexual organs. And that is what is fundamentally wrong. So I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to deal with the issue. That is because you lack the intellectual capacity.
But you don't have to say sexual organs. Just say male or female, femininely or masculinely.
Anyway, you continue to be indecent. Read the ad. Why these people are? You ain't saying. Okay.
Jesus, Lord. Oh, boy. No. Never in history of my life.
What's your problem, man? Lord have mercy. It's amazing when you speak.
I'm so producer, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Are your dogs hungry and tired of low quality food? Give them the best at Modernistic. We carry all the top brands. Taste of the Wild, Diamond Naturals, Victor, Anouk, Shook. All of those prices in town. On a budget, we've got 50-pound bags starting at just $49. And for limited time, buy any large bag of dog food and get a $10 coupon redeemable on select dog toys and treats. If you can't make it in, shop online at www.modernisticgarden.com and we'll deliver right to your door. Your pet deserves quality, your wallet deserves savings. Shop in store or shop online today. Hurry, offer won't last. All right, thank you, producer. Back to you, Santa.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. In the United States of America, the hero of America, the leader of the United States of America, the leader of the free world, it's Donald John Trump. It's based on democracy. Americans went peacefully to the poll and they elected brother Donald Trump. And therefore, for many unsaved people, the voice of the people is reportedly the voice of God. So Donald Trump is in the U.S., he's the president, and everything he has promised to deliver, he's delivering it. He said, listen, those of you who have done me wrong, when I become president, I'm going to get you all back. And the American people voted for him. He's getting the people them back. He said the federal government was too huge and he's going to cut it. Most presidents of the United States have said the same thing. But in the case of Donald Trump, he is cutting it. And what I like about Donald Trump is he's using a very primitive machine to cut. He's using a saw chain. And everybody knows that saw chain is the best thing to cut down wood. It's true. Well, last night he gave an emotional address. I was so pleased. And as a Negro, he said some things which was very emotional for me as he demonstrated his love for us, the Negro people. I'm not listening to y'all. I'm not listening to y'all. Donald Trump has demonstrated it. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was good for racial harmony in the United States and by extension in the world. And so before I show you the video, I want to talk to young people. I want them to know that they have the gift, the blessing to be whatever they want to be. You can study hard and become a good citizen, a good educated person. You can learn a trade. You can stay away from dope. I'm going to show you a contradiction where we had a man who's committed a crime. And here I am. I have no criminal conviction, but the job that the government give to him is a job they could have given to me. And if they had given it to me, I would not approve any license. So we talk about that because only me will tell it to you. Because these days I'm praying, I'm studying, I'm looking at things. So I want young people to know that you must stay away from rum for a number of reasons. Alcohol will raise your blood pressure. People who drink alcohol, it is not good for their man-woman relationship. Smoking cigarette and dope could contribute to all kinds of physical problems, including health challenges for your lungs, lung cancer, bad respiratory diseases. And you would know that I've taught you that men who smoke, their mouth contains, this is not scientific. I know, doctor, this is me spiritually revealing to you a spiritual position that if you have a wonderful wife or girlfriend, you should not smoke dope, you should not smoke cigar, you should not smoke cigarette, you should not smoke biddies, because it's not good for the anatomy, the mammary glands, the various aspects of her biology. Okay? You listen to me. I know what I'm saying. I'm 68. So, I want young people to do well in the society. I want you all to be very respectful. I was at road traffic today, and I ran into a Negro lady who said to me how her son comes home straight from school. And I said, well, isn't that a wonderful thing? She said, Mrs. Monica, he's only coming home to watch you. So I said, how old is he? She said, he's 12. I said to her, this is great. And so I want to talk to young people. See, I'm the leader, but your leader's sick now, and I'm dying. Don't get upset, but I am. So, I want you to be a good citizen. Now, I want to show a video of Donald Trump and his salutation to an African American youth. Mr. Producer, would you kindly show this powerful video?
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Welcome back. So folks, that was a powerful, moving tribute to an African American who had cancer, who survived it, who's interested in law enforcement, and notwithstanding all the racism that they talk about Donald Trump, he has bestowed upon that youth an honorary membership in the United States Secret Services and Donald Trump has pledged that monies will now be used to study how to prevent childhood cancer. So I thought it was a wonderful thing in the United States. There's so many wonderful stories coming out of that address in the United States of America. So I want young people to realize that they have the gift, they have the capacity to be whatever they want to be, and it's powerful. Now, I receive reports that there are some women who are complaining that I've not done anything to promote International Women's Day. Well, I want to start off by saying to them, I am the leader of the Women's Stand. Yenna didn't extend no invitation to me. Y'all didn't. All right? So, if you accept my leadership, I am the man who ought to be speaking to the women so I could point them in the right direction, because many of y'all are not saved. I'll show you. The government has announced that the medical doctor shall be in charge of the dope commission. Dr. Lynn Brown. I'm opposed to him being in charge of all this dope, because an examination of the records in the magistrate court. See, I have the gift as a justice of the peace to go to the court and examine the records of the court. And based on the record of the court, this doctor should not be in charge of dope. He should not. And I'll show it to you. Let me show it to you. Why? An emergency room doctor who denied touching a colleague's breast was found guilty of indecent assault by a magistrate the other day. Dr. Linwood Brown, a 40-year-old physician, appeared before Magistrate Gullah Mina Archer to learn the court's ruling regarding a private prosecution brought against him for an indecent, shall I say, for an incident, my sight is not too good, that occurred on September 7th, 2010 at where Doctors Hospital. Brown was once a prospective candidate for the Progressive Liberal Party's nomination for the Montague constituency. His trial was first set to begin on November 1st, 2011 before Magistrate Archer, who interestingly now is a judge of the Supreme Court. At his arraignment, Brown then attorney David Francis argued that the charge was invalid as the complainant had been made too late, that the complaint had been made too late. Magistrate Archer said the charge was valid and proceeded with the arraignment. However, Brown then hired Muriel Ducil to appeal the ruling. The appeal was initially granted and the charge against him was discontinued. However, in February 2012, Ramona Farquharson Seymour went to the Court of Appeal producing documented evidence signed by Chief Magistrate Roger Gomez that the matter was filed in time. At trial, the victim testified that on the night in question, she went into the hospital's break room where two other women were with Dr. Brown. She said the physician was talking to one of the women. The physician was talking to one of the women about how her breasts looked. And when she scolded him for his words and behavior, he told her not to feel left out before proceeding to fondle her bubbies. The testimony of the other witness corroborated that of the complainant. However, Mr. Ducille made a no-case submission that the prosecution case was based on the evidence of 3 witnesses who, according to the testimony of 2 of them, were all close friends. The lawyer, having claimed a conflict of interest and noted a discrepancy in that the complainant told the court that she was not a friend of either witness. The no-case submission was not upheld, and Dr. Brown was called on to lead a defense. He denied that the incident described by the complainant and witnesses ever occurred. Yesterday, the magistrate, finding the evidence of the victim and 2 key witnesses to be credible, was convinced that the incident did occur and did not accept Brown's evidence that the assault did not happen. Brown is now scheduled to reappear in magistrate court on April 22nd for a sentencing hearing. He remains on bail until then. Brown can appeal the judge's ruling within 7 days once a sentence is imposed. And so, there's more story to read on it. A former hospital worker told a court a physician fondled her breasts. And when she told him to stop, he said she was petty and touchy. So you see, this is what's going on. And now we have him in charge of the marijuana. Now, I've never fondled a breast, okay, without permission. Okay? So the best person to be in charge of the marijuana license would be me. You see? But no, they didn't give it to me. Then every time you apply for a marijuana license, I would have to grill you and find out who you are. I would have to ask the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, the local DEU. But I'll come back to it because there's more story on Dr. Brown. And I'm very displeased over the fact that we are legalizing this marijuana. There are people who are still serving time for this dope. There's still people who have been convicted for money laundering. And if you look at the 1984 Commission of Inquiry, shouldn't that Greek who took a big bag of money to the Royal Bank, as he testified before the Commission of Inquiry, wet U.S. money, shouldn't we now pardon him? Should we now declare him a national hero for all that drug smuggling that took place? And then, of course, we're ignoring Flat Rock. Remember Flat Rock? Flat Rock. Shouldn't all the dope money be returned to Flat Rock? I just don't like this level of hypocrisy. And it is my hope that the woman them who's celebrating International Women's Day would focus on Dr. Lynn Brown and see whether or not they can get him off the dope committee. I thought I'll tell that to you in view of the fact that we are appointing a lot of people without first reviewing their history. Now, if you tell me that Dr. Brown has now found Jesus, if you tell me that he has confessed and that he promised never to fondle a female breast unless she put it in writing. I could change my mind. Okay? I could put it in mind. I don't want to comment on the female. I've seen her from a distance, and I had a biological look at her physique. And every time I see her, I'm still satisfied that Dr. Brown, like the Haitian would say, Pa, as the Haitian would say, he pa saved way, he's not saved. Okay, so that's what's going on. In my studio, I have a female who's going to join us. So we're going to talk a little. What are we going to talk about, my spiritual advisor?
She's Representative Bahari.
We're going to talk about Bahari. I think it's going to be exciting. I want to salute women everywhere. I call on women to submit. Isn't it wonderful? I call on women to submit. Y'all are celebrating International Women's Day. I want you to focus on the killing of young men. I want you to focus on the suicide that young people are committing, and it is linked to dope. Nobody's going to tell it to you because they want it legalized. I don't want it legalized. All right? It's linked to marijuana, and it's like everywhere I go now, everybody seems to be stoned. It's just amazing. I've been somewhere, and everybody was stoned. I didn't know what to do, and I said, everybody seems to be stoned. Everybody's smoking dope. I don't know, my spiritual advisor.
No, I didn't observe that.
Well, you were not
I go, people seem to be, in their right frame of mind.
Well, in your case, you're not familiar with people smoking dope because you left Cooper's Terrace
Long years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very long time.
I've never left Baintown, so that's what's going on in the country. Yeah. So we're gonna bring her on before the birthday or after the birthday? You don't think we should do birthday first?
Okay, yeah.
And then we can bring her on.
But speaking of suicide, we are getting some unconfirmed reports that there may have been what appears to be an alleged suicide.
Again?
An Abaco, yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as we get more details, I'll let you know. But police are investigating what appears to be an alleged suicide on the island of Abaco.
Yeah, it's
further details.
It's a man or woman?
Details hasn't come in yet. So
okay.
Suicide is on the rise, eh?
Yeah, it's a lot of people smoking dope.
I don't know if it's dope that's causing it.
But you see, therein lies your problem. You don't know what is causing it, right?
I can't say dope is causing people to commit suicide.
Yeah, man,
we have no scientific evidence to prove that.
These young people. Folks, I want to say a secret to him, but I don't want the Bahamians to know it. Only him and the Haitian people. Ou jomble les petits garçons qui habitent na Fort Charlotte, ils mourent Maman Drenly à côté de fenêtre. And police l'a pas expliqué exactement ils mourent. You remember? Come on.
English now.
You translate.
For the sake of the audience. Don't do it.
Translate it.
I'm not getting into that.
What did Paul say?
The police know exactly why that man committed suicide.
Really?
So don't say that. Don't say the police don't know.
The police knew and have not done anything about it? Tell the people what I said.
So I'm not getting into that.
My spiritual advisor, you can't be more Haitian than him.
See? That's why.
Really? Come on, look at the TV and say, Sac Passe.
These people know this man. This is a Tropsy man you see here.
Wow. I explained to him, you would recall that there was an 8-year-old Negro child, a descendant of my people, the Haitian people, who was found in the window with a belt around his neck. And today, we of the Haitian community, we remain suspicious. And police là pas expliqué. The police let me explain. All right? So that's what's going on.
Did they ever tell you the height of the window? and how it would have been impossible for him to actually hang himself from that height.
Really?
All those things you don't know. Anyhow.
Well, my spiritual advisor, you tell us how
No,
it goes.
Santa, let's move on, man.
Okay.
Let's leave that alone.
So the talk is eggs. I've received a statement from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. You would recall that I was very critical of this egg, and I now have a statement from some senior people of Santo Domingo. And so, I don't know, I might be able to read their statement to you today, or I may read it tomorrow if it's God's will. But I thank God that we have found a statement from Santo Domingo. They really don't like us, you know, they don't like the Haitian people. Every time we go over the border, when they don't chop us up, they push us back over the border. So that's what's going on. Okay? So I may talk about it, and I have a mysterious Haitian I may send a code to when I return. Bonde Sauvre Wa! God save the King. It's a wonderful day in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Let us rejoice. Let us pray. There's so many things that we have to change. I'll be right back. Hold on, everybody.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Is there an ad that we pay early, my spiritual advisor, or not? No? Okay, folks, I have with me a special guest, Miss Carol.
Birthdays? Okay. So,
are you suggesting there's an ad?
He's suggesting that we do birthdays.
Okay, so what do we do? We're gonna switch the camera?
No, I'm just gonna read
You're
it.
gonna do the birthdays
Yeah,
right
read
from
it,
there?
yeah, just read it from
Okay,
there.
my spiritual advisor shall do birthdays from where he is hidden.
All right, let's do this quickly. We want to wish EJ very happy birthday, coming from his family and friends, and also from his sister Mo. So happy birthday to EJ. Ed Roy Ferguson, happy birthday to Ed Roy Ferguson from his daughters, sisters, and brothers, and family, including the great people from Acklands and Crooked Island and our key guys. So, Ed Roy Ferguson, happy birthday.
And let me interject. Hey, Ed Roy, we know that your birthday was yesterday. We apologize, and we are prepared to compromise by telling the whole country that you are an F&M. But I hope you would reconsider being an F&M because your brother has done so. Okay.
Demetrius Humes. Good morning. I'd like to send a special happy birthday to Demetrius Humes. He is also known as Munchie, coming from his mom, dad, aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, and especially his wife, Golden, and his two boys, Gabrielle and Micah. They love you and want you to enjoy a special day. So happy birthday to Demetrius Humes. Sherman Kalma is celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday to Sherman Kalma from his wife, Crystal, his children, his grandchildren, sisters, brothers, his nieces and nephews, and all those who love him. Happy birthday, Sherman Kalma. Teddy, happy birthday to Teddy from your family and friends, the old school crew, Shelley, Tracy, Marvin, Mavis, Pleasant, Alfred, Philly, and Shireen. They love you. Happy special day to you, Teddy. Demarion Saunders is celebrating the birthday. It's coming from his mom, Tonya, his dad, Dorrington, his aunt, Beverly, his uncle, Arthur, siblings, Tennille, Nisha, DJ, and Devron, his classmates at Judith P. Thompson Primary School. So Demarion Saunders, happy birthday. We want to wish Sister Hazel Johnson Cunningham a happy birthday. Let Mr. Monker know she is one of the women them.
This is powerful.
Producer, you see that photo? I just told them I would just do it for them once. You see that homecoming for that full throttle Exuma Cruise party? You see that? Okay. Okay, all right, no problem. All right, go ahead, Senator.
I thank you. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy, happy birthday. So I have a special guest in studio, Miss Carol Barnett, and of course she will tell us about Bahari and the fact that there is this international celebration of the woman dam.
Most definitely.
So, Ms. Barnett, I wish to welcome you. I've not seen you in a long time.
Yes.
You're doing fine.
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
And it appears you are helping with the woman dam.
Most definitely.
Tell us what role Bahari is playing. Tell us about International Women's Day.
So every year we celebrate International Women's Day at Bahari. Last year we would have featured the leadership of Bahari, and so this year we're hosting an annual sale of up to 50% off. We want our women to look good.
This
I know
is
you
powerful.
want the women to look good.
I want them to look good, and I want them to wear a long Bahari t-shirt right down to their knees.
Okay, so that'll be the kaftans, the
Wow.
dresses. They can wear the kaftans.
The kaftans.
And it's down to their ankles, really.
This is powerful.
Yes. So we have an array of women's wear that's going to be on sale.
Okay.
On Saturday only, which is International Women's Day. And so we want to celebrate Bahamian women who have achieved so much
This is
in this
powerful.
country against all odds.
Yes.
And so we want to celebrate women with our annual 50% off, and in some cases even more than 50%
Wow.
off sale that's going to be held at our 3 locations.
Yes.
That will be the Cruise Port, which opens at 8:30 to 4:30.
Yes.
Our Southwest Plaza location from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And of course our Marquis Street location in the Meldon Shopping Plaza.
Wow.
One day only, up to 50% off, and in some cases it'll move beyond 50% to 75%. But we are celebrating Bahamian women. We are celebrating the achievements of Bahamian women, and of course the Women's STEM are part of that.
This is powerful. So if the man them would like to purchase something for the woman them, is that permitted?
It's, of course, it's permitted, and we do have 1 or 2 items for the man them as well.
So what about the children then?
No children at this time.
Really?
But the children can purchase for the women.
This is powerful. This
Yes,
is
sir.
powerful. So Saturday, what is Saturday's date?
Saturday, March 8th
Okay.
is the official day of International Women's Day. We celebrated it from 1911 to present and will continue. And that is the official day of International Women's Day, and that's when we'll be hosting our annual International Women's Day sale at all Bahari locations.
So what kind of achievement you can remember that the woman them did? You know, is it cooking?
Women have achieved in the corporate environment. We
Okay.
have now our Governor General. Would have had, I see you have Dame Marguerite. We have, so I mean, we've basically achievements in politics,
Yes.
the corporate environment,
Corporate environment.
even in small businesses.
Small
Women
businesses.
own their own business
This
now.
is true.
Achievements in education,
Yes.
you know, so in the medical field. So
Yes.
we, you know.
So the women are doing very well.
Most definitely doing very well. I mean, in many cases, they have to endure much, take care of their children. You know,
Okay.
sometimes they're under duress in,
Okay.
you know, challenging relationships. But
Okay.
despite it all, they still forge ahead and
great.
they're able to achieve, you know, some of their goals.
So they have done very well
remarkably well.
in the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas, definitely. I mean, when you look now, we have Bahamians throughout the world doing some great things.
This is
and
powerful.
so it's not only here in the Bahamas, but we've been able to expand beyond the Bahamas and do well.
So it's like a minor exaggeration to suggest that women in the Bahamas has not been empowered. Wouldn't you agree, in view of the fact that Dame Cynthia is the Governor General,
Right.
Dame Margaret was Governor General, Dame Ivy Dumont was
right.
Governor. Isn't that a major achievement?
It's definitely a major achievement, and it was just great to see that we have those 3 strong women who were able to actually accelerate to that level.
And then, of course, there have been women who have played significant role in government.
Most
You might have been
definitely.
young, but I'm certain you would remember that Pinling appointed the first female as Minister of Transport, and that would be Miss Doris Johnson,
yes.
right? And then, of course, we've seen in more modern times, Hubert Ingram has appointed the first woman speaker. That would be
From the House.
Rome Italia Johnson.
Yes.
Yes, and under Philip Brave Davis, we see a woman speaker. In the case of Speaker Patricia DeVoe. So women are doing very well.
And that's just in the political arena.
Right.
There's not even more. Yes.
Yes.
The first female commissioner of police,
Yes.
Shanta Knowles.
And then, of course, when it comes to children, women has been doing very well. They've been very productive, right?
Well, yes, women produce children. You're correct.
And I've been taking good care of them.
You have been? What exactly have you done?
With the children, I still
For the
minded
women,
them. The woman still got me minding children. I'm in my government office, I get a call, and she said to me, the boy needs some milk. And I asked her, who boy? What boy is this? She's talking about one son who's about 47. And so since Marcus was there, something said to me, don't cuss, go buy the milk. So I had to carry milk for the woman to give to her 47-year-old son.
So
Okay?
So you're taking care of the women's them by taking care of her children.
Yeah.
But what you can do this Saturday is you
Okay.
can take care of the women's them by actually visiting any Bahari location
I would
and
like to do that.
purchasing outfits for the women's them.
Do you
so
have
they can
anything
wear.
for like a big fat woman?
We do have for the what we call the full-figured woman. We do have the kaftans, so
Okay.
that they can purchase that, and so you won't be able to see what's happening under the kaftan.
Really?
And she would look wonderful.
This is great. I love the
And
idea.
we're talking about all Bahamian designs,
Really?
designed by Bahamian. So every garment that we have,
Yes.
there's a taste and a touch of the Bahamas.
A taste of the touch.
A taste and a touch of the
The
Bahamas.
taste. A taste.
It's a taste and
It's
a
a
touch.
taste and a touch.
touch of the Bahamas.
Of the Bahamas. This
Yes.
is powerful. So the women are doing good.
Yes, the women are doing exceptionally well.
And there is this misconception that the man them ain't taking good care of the woman them, because it's the woman them who go to work while the man them go look for work to mind them. Isn't it so?
Well, it's in some cases. That's not in every case.
Okay, so you know of some women who go to work and leave the man home.
There are some cases where that may happen, in very rare cases.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that from 1911.
1911 is when they first formed the Seoul
International Women's Day.
Women's Day to celebrate those women.
Any idea what the principal objective was?
It had something that the men were at war or something like that, and the
Okay.
women had to take over, from what I remember briefly.
Okay, okay.
From that, so it just stemmed back from there.
Okay. Well, talk to the man then, because we've always been the fools in relationship. Tell them to come out and buy some things.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so really what I would like to say to all of the men out there, you have that special woman, and it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you have a relationship
Could
with.
be a mother.
But it could be a mother, it could be your sister, it could be your god sister, any female in your life
Yeah.
that you deem as important to you, and you want to do something special for that lady.
Yeah.
Visit any Bahari location. We have a sale, and Bahari stuff. We're talking about a luxury store, a
Of course.
Bahamian luxury store.
Genuine stuff.
And all of our items, as you can see, they're in high demand. And so we are celebrating women. And so you visit any Bahari location, whether it is our
With the man gone
Cruise
crazy.
Cruise Port location
Cruise Port
on Marquis
location.
Street
Yeah.
or Southwest Plaza. You visit any one of those locations, and you're able to purchase something for that loved one, and then you're going to be purchasing for the women's them. And how much women's them do you have in your life?
Listen to me. I lead.
Right. Is he going to get one for his wife?
I lead the woman's
Is he
STEM.
going to get a Bahari outfit for his wife?
I lead the woman's STEM.
Ask him, Carol.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah.
You lead them.
My
So
wife is watching. Don't ask me.
Your wife is watching.
Yeah. Don't ask
So-
me.
okay.
Do you have any spare Bahari? Do you have any spare? I see myself wearing a Bahari outfit, but I'd like to have me like a shield and a spare. Do you have any of that?
No, sir.
Well, think
No,
about it,
sir.
because if we're going to celebrate Africa, its culture.
No, we celebrate Bahamas.
Yeah, but in my mind, when I think about
I
Bahari,
understand.
I think about my spare
Right.
and my,
Okay.
yeah.
But
I'm-
Bahari doesn't think about it like that. It's
Okay.
all,
This is great.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm happy to see that Bahari is making a wonderful contribution to International Women's Day.
Yes, sir.
And you are perhaps the most honest woman that I've interviewed who has acknowledged that women in the Bahamas has been empowered. And I thank God that you're not living the life of a lie. Women
Yes, sir.
are empowered. We will continue to empower them.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I want you to, continue to do the good work that you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's powerful.
Thank
Will
you
you
so
all be
much.
marching?
Marching?
Yeah, it's International Women's Day. Are they marching?
No, sir. We're not going to be marching, other than we're marching to our 3 locations so that
Okay.
the teams can actually be in place
Okay.
to serve our customers when we open the doors.
Okay, well, this is great. Is there any passing remarks you would like to
Customers
make?
are asking for contact. Some phone number.
What telephone numbers can they
contact
use?
Bahari.
Okay, they can go to our website at baharibahamas.com, and we have all of the contact information there for
Bahamas Bahari?
baharibahamas.com.
Okay.
And is there any cell number or?
They can call my number if they need to.
Okay.
I think this is 424-2291.
Repeat it again, please.
424-2291.
This is great. So is there anything else you would like to say before you leave me?
Just want to remind persons to continue to support Bahari. It's a Bahamian luxury store. We've been around heading on to 11 years
Really?
now. And, we would have started with the independent shirts, and we've evolved over the years.
Okay.
And so we sell multiple products now, Bahamian products, Bahamian-owned products. And of course, just continue to support Bahari and
great.
definitely come and support the sale. That's this Saturday only, March 8th, at all 3 locations.
And once again, the locations are?
Cruise Port from 8:30 to 4:30, Mackey Street in the Meldon Shopping Plaza, and Southwest Plaza.
I think it's great. I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
And please come back again.
Of course.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And let's celebrate
The
woman.
man's.
You want to celebrate the men? Let's celebrate the man them then. But I'm happy that we are celebrating the women.
Yes, we are.
They've made a tremendous contribution to the country.
Yes. we
Okay?
have. Yes.
So God bless you and be safe.
Thank you. Same to you.
Okay. Well, Mr. Producer, we've had, ladies and gentlemen, with us Miss Carol Barnett from Bahari. And as you know, on Saturdays, the 8th of March, they shall celebrate International Women's Day. And they have 3 outlets where you can go and purchase a variety of Bahari outfits and items. So I think that is very, very powerful indeed. So this is great as women, international women, are being celebrated with a history starting from 1911. Okay, so this is great. Well, what time is it, my spiritual advisor?
We got a couple more birthdays. We're sorry that we missed these birthdays, but let's do them quickly. We do apologize. So we got about 3 or 4 more birthdays to do.
Okay.
Let's do them quickly. Kayla Bethel is celebrating a birthday. She's over there in Governor's Harbor. It's coming from her sisters and brothers and nieces and nephews, families, and friends, staff, and students from Agape Preschool. They love you. Enjoy your day. So happy birthday, Kayla Bethel. Ambrielle. Happy 17th birthday to my daughter. Ambrielle is coming from parents, her brothers and sisters, her aunts and uncles. They love you. Happy 17th birthday to Ambrielle. Sherelle is celebrating happy 50th birthday, going out to my twin sisters, Sherelle and Siobhan Strawn. Is coming in from your mom, kids, and sister classmates from C.I. Gibson secondary class of 92, and most of all from your loving brother Marco Strawn. So happy birthday to the happy 50th birthday going out to twin sisters Sherelle and Siobhan Strawn. Then Alvin Mitchell, happy birthday coming from his fiancée Shanique, his son Isaiah, his mom, siblings, and of course the family and friends. So happy birthday to Alvin Mitchell. All right, thank you for your patience, and that's about it.
Well, thank you, my spiritual advisor. What we were discussing, what issue are we discussing at this stage? I know that people have been talking about eggs. Are you still talking about eggs?
No, I think we got some clarification on let me just grab this phone quickly. I think we got the clarification on eggs already, so.
You have the clarification on the eggs then?
Yeah, because they came from the DR.
Okay.
The Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and I had some statement from an official in the Dominican Republic. And let's see what they Santo Domingo. The Dominican Republic poultry industry remains unaffected by avian influenza as the virus primarily impacts production in certain U.S. states. Agriculture Minister Senor Limber Cruz assured that authorities and poultry farmers have implemented strict preventative measures to keep the virus out of the country. Crews highlighted that egg production has surged by over 100 million units per month, surpassing previous years. To safeguard local production, inspectors at ports and airports have been instructed to block the entry of eggs, chicken, or poultry products from affected regions. He reassured the country that Santo Domingo has sufficient egg supply and that necessary protocols are in place to prevent outbreaks. Meanwhile, in the United States, a newly identified H5N1 variant has been detected in dairy cattle, leading to reduced milk production and rising egg prices. Since April, the virus has killed millions of hens and infected nearly 70 people across multiple states in the United States of America. However, health officials emphasize that bird flu poses minimal risk to humans unless there is direct contact with infected poultry. So that is what I want to thank the Minister of Agriculture in Santo Domingo. I didn't know they is watch Freedom March, so I'm going to have to brush up on my Spanish so that perhaps tomorrow I can say something to them. What is on your mind, my spiritual advisor?
Failure to disclose.
Failure to disclose what?
Yeah, well, it does seem as if the Public Disclosures Committee chairman said apparently the office inaccessibility and facility issues, including mold, have slowed down the processing of this year's public disclosures of public officials. So they've had some challenges and setbacks. This is what Bishop Victor Cooper said.
Bishop
Victor Cooper.
Okay.
You know him?
Go ahead.
He says that 4 days after the deadline for public officials to disclose their assets, they have met some challenges with office spaces being available to operate, and that slowed down the process. So yet again, we see where this process is slowed, either as a result of people not wanting to disclose or not disclosing at all, and now here it is that they don't have proper facilities to have this done. Is this something that has to be done?
Well, first of all, Bishop Victor knows that he has no statutory power to deal with people who do not disclose.
Who has the power?
When I was in the Senate, the power lay with the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, and the Chairman of the Public Disclosure Commission was required to inform both Prime Minister and Leader of the Opposition if a member fails to file on time. Now, I don't know why the bishop is upset over it. An examination of our history, it will show. We come back to it. So that the bishop, he needs to study the law.
Give me a second, Bob.
The way he studied the Bible. If Bishop study the law as he study the 10 Commandments, he will have no problem. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Bishop.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back, and we go straight to Tanya. Hello, Tanya.
Good afternoon, Rodney Munker, and good afternoon, spiritual advisor. It's your girl Tanya coming to you live from Shopmart Department Store, where we say we're here for you for whatever season of your life and for everyday living. So let's take a walk through our everyday living aisle. Did you know, Mr. Munker, that Shopmart sells individual plates? Maybe you don't need a plate set. Maybe one of your dish broke and you just need to pick up two, maybe three, maybe you just need one. All you need to do is come on in to Shopmart. We have plates as low as $2 that you can come on in and pick up. We have them in a variety of colors and sizes, whether you want a dessert plate, whether you're looking for a tea saucer, or maybe you're looking for a dinner plate. We've got them in the round shape. We've got them in the square shape. We have got them in all of the different shapes, sizes, and colors that you may want to set your table with. We have them in the prints, we have them in the solids, whatever style you're looking for. All you need to do is come on in to Shopmart Department Store, Your Miracle, right here at number 122 Mackey Street, and let anyone of the knowledgeable CSRs know that you are here looking for the individual plates, and we will be happy to assist you. Like I said, we have a whole aisle of just plates, plates for dinner, plates for brunch, plates for dessert, whatever you need your plates for. You don't need to get the whole set. You can come on into Shopmart and get them individually. Maybe it's just you at home and you want to get two sets of plates. Yes, we can accommodate that here at Shopmart, where we say we're here for you for whatever season and everyday living. Don't forget that we still have 70% off all of our St. Patrick's Day items here in the store just for you until March 17th. You can come on in and take advantage of that. Shopmart is open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. You know, we always tell you that you can give us a call. Our numbers here at the store, 698-1051 or 698-1052. Shop Smart, where we encourage you to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart. Today is also Ash Wednesday. We hope you went in and got your ashes like most of us Catholic and Anglicans did today. And you know, with Lent, that means Easter is on the horizon. Shop Smart, we will be here for you for everything for Easter. Like I always say, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Spiritual advisor and Mr. Munker.
Thank you, Tanya.
Take care of yourself.
You may open up the phones, my spiritual advisor.
No problem. 323-7775. You're going to open the lines now. But before we do, Mr. Monker, we want to find out why the government taking the campus jobs from
Taking the what?
Taking the campus jobs from our students.
The campus jobs?
Yeah, this is something to do with the University of Bahamas.
Oh.
We want to know why the government taking the campus jobs from our students, like my son, who is from the family island. He's at the University of Bahamas in Nassau. The little campus job helped them with washing clothes and buying deodorant and toothpaste and stuff like that. My son telling me that you be saying the government saying they do not have no money to pay. It is sad how young people are treated and trying to finish school.
Now,
okay.
You asked that lady, who in the government did her son spoke to? And tell him, I say, he must not associate Alison Maynard and her sidekick, Janine Harder, as the government. They're not the government.
Okay.
The University of the Bahamas is autonomous, and they're the greatest violators of human rights. I have a Negro man now whose rights they have violated. I'm not in an emotional state to discuss it, but at some point I will show you a young man and how that university, man, they hate young men. It's just amazing.
Okay. They're saying the university ran out of money.
The money is there. Tell him go back, find Janine all they got is money. They got plenty of money. They have so much money that we had to send a lady to jail for stealing over $70,000. So it's plenty of money there. All right? Yeah.
All right. We're going to open the lines. The lines are open. Welcome to Freedom March. Oh, we're going to do this ad first? All right, yes. Are your dogs hungry and tired of low-quality food? Give them the best at Modernistic. Woo! We carry all the top brands, Taste of the Wild, Diamond Naturals, Victor, Anouk Shook, at the lowest prices in town. On a budget, we've got 50-pound bags starting at just $49. And for a limited time, buy any large bag of dog food and get a $10 coupon redeemable on select dog toys and treats. If you can't make it in, shop online at www.modernisticgarden.com and we'll deliver right to your door. Your pet deserves quality. Your wallet deserves savings. Shop in store or shop online today. Hurry, offer won't last. All right, Modernistic Garden. All right, thank you, producer. The line's open, 323-7775 is the number to call, 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You are...
Hello, Mr. Monka.
Yes?
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir. And you?
You know you've been here in Jubilee Garden quite a while, and you know from that long time from they go to clean up in the back there where the pool is. You know they're starting that now.
So the pool is being cleared up now.
Yeah, because you know why?
Why?
They don't when him and people stupid and like slackness. That's because the election coming next year.
Okay.
But it ain't a thing like that because if they don't win this election come next year, all them corrupt, screw you, and like this government done for them. Especially your leaders themselves. Mark my words. I don't talk what I hear. I talk what I know. Like this government done for all them corrupt. They know for the murders and they know for all what's going on. That's how the people on the street know stuff. They know stuff.
Okay.
I hope they're listening. America coming for all of them.
Okay.
All of them, and they're keeping all they're doing is keeping the people poor.
Tell me about tell me about the pool. Tell me about the pool. So the pool is.
They're cleaning up and everything, and they're cleaning and trying to do it away so they can dump water and that's the thing they're doing.
Okay. I need you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor. Do you think you could?
I can get the pictures. I can get the pictures like bring it to you, but they're right far from me.
Okay. Why don't you WhatsApp?
Pictures and bring it to you.
Listen to me for a second. Listen to me.
They do nothing from spit and go on. They do nothing makes sense. Bury them, sell the country right on all of them. All they do is destroy this country.
Are you listening to me, my brother?
I listen.
I want you. You have my number. He doesn't have my number. If you have my number, which is 801-5760, go to the pool. Take me some wonderful photograph. Send it to me, okay? Next caller.
Welcome to Freedom March, call. You're live.
Blessed love.
Blessed love.
Good evening.
How are you?
Mr. Monka.
Sir.
God bless you, man.
I thank you for that blessing, and I receive it.
Listen, I want you to be in the voice for the voiceless.
I shall.
The hand of God extended to the prayer. Most of all, you got to thank God for the credit. You got to thank God for the illness. He prepared your table before the presence of your enemy. You hear me, Mr. Manga?
I hear you, my brother.
Mr. Manga, you heard that?
I heard you, sir. I heard you, and I
you got to
receive it.
get thanks and presence for the... you got to present.
Yes.
For the people that...
Yes.
Who they do. Because without that, you can't get that table spread before you in the presence of the enemy.
Amen.
Listen. Not for them just wait until people transition or they like to get a word die or dead. Can they cry and say, oh, he was a good man. But, Mr. Monda.
Yes.
I'm telling you now, from I know you, you was always a great man.
I thank you for those kind words.
God bless and don't swear. Bless up. Continue doing the work of the Most High. Continue being an oracle and an orator.
I thank
for
you.
The Most High.
I thank you very much. Now, you're making me very emotional. Don't say anymore.
Don't be emotional.
Or you will cause me to shed tears. You're a great man. I thank you very much.
Shalom, Ahava, Amen.
Amen.
Shalom, Ahava, Amen. Fear to death, peace, love, and truth and righteousness.
I thank you. Yes.
All right, thank you, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
All right.
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Hello.
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Manka.
Sir.
I listened to you this afternoon praising Donald Trump as usual.
Yes.
But you don't know what's going on over there, boy.
That is true.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
In some of the states, hardly no one in the shops.
Really? The
I
shops?
talking about the white.
Okay.
And when he finished with America, if he lasts this for 4 years, we will catch eternal hell because we is the closest country to America. So you just clowning because the Bahamian don't know that you don't know what's going on over there. A lot of them don't know. You don't know what's going on over there.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Caller.
Yes.
Caller. Let me draw a scenario for you. I understand what you're saying, right? And that has happened in some parts of the United States for true. Once Donald Trump made an order that he was going to deport all the illegals, a lot of people who were working in the United States illegally disappeared. Let me ask a question. If you're working in a country illegally without proper work permit and documents, does that make it right?
I'm not saying it make it right.
Right. So now you see the problem?
Special advisor. I agree what he did, getting rid of those dangerous fellas, right? But there are some people they send back home. I watch on television, and you listen to me?
I'm listening.
And they, a lady who been there for 40-some years and is straight, she got caught up in there and they send her home. That's not right.
Well, something happened wrong there. But
this happening, and let me tell you something. I speak with a lot of people who live over there, who's Bahamian, and a lot of friends of mine. It's all mixed up over there. Some of the people going back home, and they belongs over there.
I have no doubt that they'll sort out, but let's come home to Bahamas.
Well, comrade.
Yeah, come home to Bahamas for what?
Listen,
I'm saying.
If all them people come home here and all them Haitians were supposed to come here, what you think happened with Nassau?
No. What I was going to tell you, do you know how much people working illegally in the Bahamas right now?
I know it's plenty.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Comrade, let me say something to you. I want you to know that the arms of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is open. Every Bahamian that Donald Trump has asked to return home,
See, let me tell you something.
I welcome them. Come
I don't
home.
have nothing against the Haitians, but you seem to bear more weight on the Haitian side than here, so you need to go with them when they go.
Go where?
Haiti.
I don't mind going. I've been trying to get Monroe to put me in charge of one of them Defense Force vessels.
You don't want to go there.
Why not?
So you stop that right there.
Listen to me. I can't.
All
wait
your
to get to
days, I
Haiti.
know you. I saw you living in Nassau.
That is true. But I have no problem.
You don't know nothing but living on a family island.
I have no problem going back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't have no problem going back because you're right home.
Okay. But my paggy problem.
Well, all I can say is we have a lot of problem coming, son.
Okay.
All right.
Your problem is you have no trust in God.
Thank you, sir. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, call you live. We got about 10 minutes left.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Very. Mr. Manko.
My dear.
I need a favor of you.
Go right ahead, my love.
I respect your intelligence and your knowledge.
I thank you.
And I'm wondering if you could assist me, please, with the number for the Bahamas, for our hospital, Princess Margaret.
Yeah, the hospital is 3222861.
True, sir.
Okay, the problem is this.
Yes.
You dial that number.
Yes.
they ask you, they say if you know your extension, dial it now.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
But if you need the operator and you press the button for the operator, there is no answer.
What button do you press for the operator?
0?
Yes. And they don't answer?
No, there is no answer. I've been calling that all day almost. It's very important.
Do you have my...
They respect.
Do you have
they
my...
respect you greatly.
Do you have my cell number?
No, sir, I don't.
I'm going to give it to you, and I want you to call me exactly 8 a.m.
Oh, God. That's when I... 8 a.m.
If 8 a.m.
is kind of early, but I'll try.
If 8 a.m.
What is that number again,
If 8
please?
a.m. is bad for you, then you will have to call me at 3 a.m.
You better behave yourself.
My number is 801
801
57
801 57
60.
60.
When I get home, I shall call the deputy hospital administrator.
Yes.
And I will ask her what magic number can be given to you so that you can get through, okay?
But, sir,
yeah,
I'm not just interested in the number for myself, you know.
Well,
I'm talking about the public at large,
you see,
who might need to get through to the hospital.
I want you to know that the last time BTC was at the hospital, it was when I called on some of the officials, and when I complained, they said the phone wasn't working, and I called BTC right away.
Okay.
And immediately one of the women them who accept my leadership,
okay,
she dispatched a man and turned on the phone. Says plenty phone. So let me see what I can do for you. I will call the lady and get a number. How does that sound?
Okay, thank you very much. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
No, 8 a.m. tonight. Go ahead. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Is there a caller? Hello? No caller?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. How are you? What's on your mind?
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. How are you?
Listen, I am fine. Praise the Lord.
I am calling for a show that you broadcast last week.
Okay.
And from last week, I didn't catch it. And every 8 o'clock in the morning when you come back on, I haven't seen it.
What date was that?
I think it was last week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember.
What I want you...
You had two guests there.
Okay.
You had a man and a woman there.
Okay. And you, do me a favor, try to see if you can get the date, and I shall then give instructions to my producer to find that show.
Because they didn't rebroadcast it.
Really? I'm shocked.
Yes, sir.
Well, if that continues, I shall complain formally to management.
Yeah, and I can have the calls to ask on them.
Yeah, we'll have to complain. I don't normally complain to management, but this is an occasion that I need to complain, okay?
Yes, because my Grammy was waiting on that. Every morning she get up early to watch the real show.
Really? Oh, no, we can't have that. Find the date, get back to me, and I shall instruct the producer to find that show, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You do well, my love.
You too.
Okay.
323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hi, yes, I was calling. Hi, Mr. Monka and Mr. Spiritual Advisor. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Continue, keep up the good work. I was calling your phone anyway. But to let that person know from PM, who is calling PMH,
yes,
all she do is call the number and wait. They tell you what to do, but if you don't do nothing, afterwards the operator comes on.
Ah.
Yes.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
So you call it...
And don't say nothing.
And don't say it, nothing.
Don't do nothing.
But I would like to test what you say to see if you do know what you're saying.
You want me to call it now or you call it?
I'm going to have my spiritual advisor who's younger Educated. Take my phone.
Call the number so we can hear what's happening.
No. Call my number. What's your problem? Give me the number, my dear.
I'll be into this.
322-2861.
322.
Something else come on 3 or 4. That's why something else come on through.
My spiritual advisor, you ain't saved, man. 322-2861. I want to call it.
Okay.
Because I need to see if you listen. They hang
Can
up.
we do it?
Go ahead.
You did it?
I'm doing it.
You got the number?
Sorry, the number you dialed may be invalid.
No, you dialed the wrong number then.
Call it what? Slowly.
322-861. 322-861. 322-862.
No. Give me.
322-2861.
Yeah, 322-2861.
Okay, let's see. Is that the number? Call the number, my spiritual
You
advisor.
reached the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. That's it. Put it on speaker.
You calling Caitlin Wilson?
Who I calling?
What is the Princess Margaret number?
And it's 322-2861.
322-861. Now put it on speaker.
You see that saying?
What did it say?
You're calling Kathleen Wilson.
Really? This is Kathleen's number?
If you know your party's extension, you might dial it at any time.
Go ahead.
Or press the pound key for the company.
Don't do nothing.
Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. We're calling the Princess Margaret Hospital. I call on one of the women them who's watching me. Would you please answer the phone? Because by grab, you're not going to cause me to be ashamed. Answer the phone. They've not answered yet. Maybe I should press the...
It says to press the pound key for the company's directory.
I'm going to press 0. Let's see what happens. Hold on, it's ringing. Let's see if they're going to answer. They are...
Okay.
Is this the Princess Margaret Hospital?
It sure is.
Well, I thank you for answering because I'm on TV. My name is Rodney Monker. They told me y'all don't answer the phone, and I told them that can't be true. So I need y'all to answer the phone, okay?
Yes, sir.
They always do.
Okay, this is powerful. I hope you're one of the women them.
Hello?
One of the women, them.
This is powerful. I thank you very much, okay?
You're welcome.
Please
Mr.
answer the
Monker.
phone because
Yes, they do.
Sister Woman is going to call you this evening, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, too.
All right. Well, the princess.
So it does work. It does work.
It does work.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Sister Culmer from St. Joseph Church. Call the Princess Margaret Hospital and wait for a while. If they don't answer, then press 0. Okay? It's powerful. Go ahead.
Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Monker, Special Advisor, how you doing?
We're fine. How are you?
Yeah, what the lady is saying is true. Mr. Monker, remember I called you 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
The phone when my brother was in the hospital.
Yes.
I told you on TV that when you call the hospital number, because I used to work there,
Yes.
by a landline,
Right.
and they asked me for the extension number, which in the extension numbers have changed.
Okay.
Nobody don't know the extension number. So now I got a number for someone, saying that, you know what it's used?
What?
The cell phone. Remember I tell you all my minutes? I think special advisor, if I'm lying, you could tell me if I lie. I said I used my minutes calling them, and I think it's like how you call it a cell phone to get through. But if you call through the landline, the only way you could get through to the hospital if you know the direct number to the ward.
Okay.
That's how my auntie is in the hospital now.
Right.
I got a direct number to ward she's on.
Yeah.
And dial the extension number and I get through.
Okay.
Now the woman ain't lie. She ain't lie. And I know the person who answered the phone because me and her used to work together.
Okay.
You understand? She ain't lie.
Okay.
But they answered the phone just now, though.
I said she called on cell phone. You hear what they say?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Not the landline. Okay. I called her so before, but this before.
Okay. Well.
And I can tell you no lie, Mr. Monk. I can never come on your show and tell you a lie.
No, I found you to be a saved woman. I thank you very much.
The woman, she ain't lie.
Yes.
She ain't lie. I know the person who answered the phone from your cell phone.
Okay.
So we used to work together.
Okay.
I don't want to call her name.
Don't call her name.
No, I wouldn't.
Thank you, eh?
You're welcome.
Okay.
So there's a difference if you call from a landline and cell phone?
My spiritual advisor, next caller, please.
Brother Micah.
Sir.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir, how are you?
Since we are in this phone situation, you all know my condition. When I only me one home and I trying to find out the time. You can't even call to find out the time on the phone no more.
917.
One time ago, you could have dialed 917 and get the time.
You
can't even give you the time no more. Yeah, when you call looking for a number for a location, they have you talking to a machine. And the machine, like they can't understand what you're saying. They asking you one question 4 or 5 times.
Take good care, comrade.
We gotta go.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the United States of America. God save the King. Do well, everybody. Be safe. My spiritual advisor.
If it's the Lord's will, be back tomorrow.
Amen.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March